There is a strange and beautiful clarity that arrives in bed much shorter than the path behind. It is as if a thick fog finally lifts, and for the first time, you see the world exactly as it is, not as you were conditioned to see it. When you are young, the world is incredibly loud. You are told your worth is measured by your productivity, your beauty, and your status. You spend your days polishing your image and your nights worrying about things that the grand design of the universe are invisible. I am 81 years old. I have finally reached the place where the noise falls silent. And I want to tell you something that might shock you, but most of what you are arguing over right now will mean absolutely nothing on your final day. Not just a little, it will mean zero. If I could give you one gift, it would be the ability to stop caring about these things now, instead of waiting decades to realize they were empty. To help you live with a lighter heart today, let me share what falls away at the end. First thing you stop caring about is the judgment of people who don't know your heart. We waste so much energy trying to be liked by a vague, faceless crowd. We worry about what the neighbors think of our car, what old classmates think of our career, or what strangers on the internet think of our opinions. At 81, that crowd has vanished. Most are gone. And those who remain are too busy with their own lives to think about yours. You spent years living in a prison where the gods were just people as scared and insecure as you were. Ideal house and the ideal career before we can finally start enjoying life. You will only care about the few who truly knew you and loved you anyway. Stop living for the audience. The theater is emptier than you think. We have an obsession with being perfect. We think we need the ideal body, ideal house, and the ideal career before we can finally start enjoying life. We treat our lives like a project to be finished. But at 81, you realize life is never finished. It is always messy. There will always be a leak in the roof, a mistake in the past, or a flaw in the mirror. Before you die, you stop caring about perfection. You start to love the cracks in the teacup. You realize the perfect version of your life was a boring museum, while the messy version was a home. Don't wait to be perfect to be happy. Perfection is for statues. Life is for the flawed. Spent 40 years chasing titles. I wanted to be the director or the senior executive. I thought the words on a business card were the measure of my soul. I worried about offices, raises, and who sat at the head of the table. But here is the truth. Before you die, your career becomes a footnote. No one reads your resume at your funeral. Professional achievements, while necessary for survival, have no weight in the economy of the soul. What you will remember is not the work you did, but how you treated the people you worked with. You'll care about your integrity, not your wins. Don't trade your character for a title that will be deleted from the directory the day after you leave. We carry our failures like a heavy chain. We replay that awkward thing we said 10 years ago, that failed business, or that broken relationship. We let past mistakes define our current value. At 81, I look back at my greatest failures and I simply laugh. They were just lessons. They were the price of admission for a life well lived. Before you die, you realize no one remembers your embarrassments but you. Everyone else is too busy remembering their own. Forgive your younger self for not knowing what you know now. Let the failures go. They already serve their purpose. We worry about the future because we think we can control it. We think if we plan enough and worry enough, we can prevent pain. But at 81, you see that the future is a wild horse. It goes where it wants. The most important things that have happened to me, both the best and the worst, were just sad things I never saw coming. You stop caring about knowing what's next. You trade your need for certainty for curiosity. You realize the only thing you ever truly had was now. The future is a ghost. Stop giving it your life. We spend the first half of our lives accumulating things, and the second half realizing those things own us. I worried about the scratch on the car or the upgrade for the phone. At 81, your stuff becomes a burden. You see that you can't take any of it with you. We spend the first half of our lives accumulating things, and it doesn't add a single minute to your time. What matters is the experience, the stuff provided. A car is just a way to see a friend. A house is just a place to hold a family. If things aren't serving people, they are just clutter. Simplify that now so you have room for what matters. I am 81 years old. My world is small, but it is deep. I have stopped caring about the noise, the titles, and the perfection. And do you know what happened? For the first time, I am actually happy. Finally light. Don't wait until the end to drop the weight. Start today. Ask yourself, will I care about this on my last day? If the answer is no, stop giving it your heart today. Save your heart for the love, the laughter, and the quiet beauty of being alive. Thank you for listening. If this helped you let go of something heavy, please subscribe. Like this video to help it find someone else who needs to simplify their soul. And tell me in the comments, what is one thing you're going to stop caring about today? God bless and travel light.